It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cardinals and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like
a new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And Greg Dortch now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
He and Arizona came together on a hefty contract extension before last season. But injuries, well, they caused everyone to take a step backwards last year. But when healthy, Kyler Murray, still a big play waiting to happen on every snap.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is fielded at the 27. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod for Commanders leadership to be the team's starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. One start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who's once viewed as a 1st-round pick, so there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
Jay Sanders breaking through and blowing that play up in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, these two teams, Charles, Arizona and Washington, 2023, a new beginning for both. Of course, for the Cardinals, a new coach, Jonathan Gannon, coming over from Philadelphia, where he was the defensive coordinator on their run to the NFC title, and then new ownership here in Washington.
And that gives each franchise a chance to start fresh, to turn the page. And I'm looking at Washington. They could be sneaky good. Despite the fact they didn't make the playoffs last year and the other 3 teams in their division did, Washington finished 500 at 8-1. They could make a jump.
A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st down 10 at the 38-yard line.
Howell looking to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Howell. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. L.J. Collier. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and long, here's Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worked this up yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up.
Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Breaks the tackle, narrow alley. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. And then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. On 1st and 10 is Counter, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 32-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And this will be swung out here for Counter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Murray a give. This is Connor. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Murray now. To Connor on the check down. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Doctrine, somebody can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big jump for him in year 2.
1st down, Howell to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Garrett Williams.
Another throw for Howell. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Howell. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Murray. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. One last shot before the break. Howell. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Now Howell. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pass throw complete there to Thomas. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to counter underneath. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray now to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Dortch. Nice little juke. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start with a give to counter, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Throwing now is Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Howell out of the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. B.J. Ojulari able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already. And it's still Week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Howell to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. Here's 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 11, a little over 30 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Howell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single